What's up, YouTube? Zach here. Today I am coming at you with a Chaos Ninja deck profile. I've been running this deck at locals for the past 2 or 3 weeks, I want to say. And, I mean, it's fairly consistent. Like, it's a good deck. It has actually a pretty good Chaos Dragon matchup, which makes me want to run it. Since my locals seems to be infested with a ton of Chaos Dragons. Anyway, we'll get into the deck profile. Just regular deck profile. 2 White Dragon Ninja. He obviously is the reason you get your lock off with Safe Zone. His effect being that he can only be special summoned by a ninjutsu art card, and that he stops destruction of your own spells or traps. So if he's on the field and you activate Heavy Storm, it acts like a Harpy's Feather Duster. I guess that's the only way I can classify it. Next, we've got 3 Hanzos. Hanzo, obviously used to search for your Super Transformation. That's pretty much his only purpose. Other than that, he's 1800, so he's like a Stratos almost. Next, we've got 2 Upstart Golden Ninja. His is Pitch a Trap, then Special Summon a Ninja from your deck. Not bad. You pretty much use him to make Blade Armor Ninja, deal 4400 really quick. So he's usually, if you have a trap in hand, Upstart Golden Ninja is an instant rank 4. And then finally, the last ninja is Ninja Grandmaster Sasuke. When he attacks a face-up effect monster, that effect monster is destroyed immediately. He's also a light target for Blackluster Soldier. He's 1800, and then you can, since he's a ninja, you use him with the ninjutsu art cards if you need to. Next we run 3 tour guides. You pretty much only run tour guide to make rank 3 exceeds. You don't actually really use Sangan's search effect unless you're trying to get a Feck Veiler or a Spear Reaper or something like that. So on top of that you run the Sangan. And because I like to have my tour guides as live as possible in this deck, I also run the Night Assailant. And then you can side deck stuff like Raikou to make Night Assailant's discard effect live. Since you will have well, I'll get into it later, but he is also useful beyond just being a tour guide target. Next we've got a Spirit Reaper, only one just because I can search it with Sangan. I would definitely side another. This deck really struggles, in my opinion, against Dino Rabbit, so you want the Spirit Reaper in the main deck just so you can sit on it. Next we've got Double Effect Veiler, just for standard effect negation. I feel like you didn't need 3. I mean, 2 is enough in this deck to stop getting looped or stop the Insector effects. This deck obviously is still for the March 2012 format, in case you weren't aware. Next we've got 1 Gores. You do run a lot of traps, but I just make Gores live. That's essentially what you do. You want to make Gores live early in the game, summon him, your opponent minuses, and then you do your ninjutsu stuff. After that we got Blackluster Soldier, Chaos Sorcerer, right there. Obviously your Chaos Elements, and finally you've got Light Pulsar Dragon. You run the Light Pulsar for the ninjutsu art cards. You can also special summon it, obviously with its Chaos effect. And then if you want to use this, you don't use its effect to bring back a Dark Dragon when it's destroyed or sent from the field to the graveyard, but you can use his discard effect, where you will have this and maybe a dead tour guide in hand, so you'll have these 2 cards dead in your hand, and you just want to put Light Pulsar on the field, so you just make Light Pulsar. So Light Pulsar is live in more ways than one, and you can also discard Night Assailant, so you'll have lots of cards dead, maybe Upstart Golden Ninja. And if you want to bring back Light Pulsar, that's always an option. So this deck has multiple win conditions, which in my opinion gives it the consistency. It kind of runs like Dragons minus like Future Fusion. So yeah, that's the monsters. I think there's like 20 monsters. I think it's like 20, 10, 10, the overall lineup. Or I might run extra traps. I might run 41 or 42. Anyway, spells, double Pot of Duality. Obviously for the consistency. Pot of Avarice to recycle your White Dragon Ninjas, your tour guides, Gores, stuff like that. There's plenty to recycle. You usually don't run out of Chaos Fodder, so it's not a problem to run Pot of Avarice. Reinforcement of the Army, because you can search half your deck, I want to say, with it. 1 Monster Reborn, obvious staple Dark Hole, Heavy Storm, 2 Mystical Space Typhoon. I feel like I didn't need 3 since I also run Forbidden Lance. Yeah, I mean, beyond that, you don't really need anything else. I was running mind control, but I didn't have the room for it because I wanted to run a heavier trap lineup. So now, getting into traps, I run double ninjutsu art of super transformation, only 2, even though you run 3 Hanzos, just because you don't want to draw it all the time, and I needed to find more room for my wind conditions. So after that, we run double safe zone just to get the White Dragon Ninja lock off. Next we run Solemn Judgment, obvious. Double Warning, I feel like that's also obvious. Double Torrential. Early in the game, you want to minus your opponent. It kind of runs like Stun, or I like to run it like Stun. I run it like a lot of decks. So I guess it depends like in what part of the game you're playing the deck, and that's kind of how this deck operates. So this I will set, do nothing turn 1, maybe bluff a Gores or something, and then summon Tour Guide, and if they Veiler, then I'll just Torrential or something. So there's a lot you can do with Torrential. I feel like you should know what Torrential does. So next we've got Double Bottomless, more defense, and then 1 Dimensional Prison, just because Dimensional Prison is better than Mirror Force, in my opinion, currently. Previously in the format, Mirror Force was better. Right now, I'm starting to favor Dimensional Prison. I'm actually really liking this card. It's testing really well, so we'll see if it carries through to the next format. Next, we'll go on to the extra deck. Rank 3s, we've got Leviair, Leviathan, Acid Golem, Giga Brilliant, Tempo, and Greenosaurus. So this is all just for tour guide options. You'll definitely go into Leviair the most. I usually go into Leviair once a game, so I might actually main 2 of those if I can find the room. Yeah, because, I mean, I don't know. I don't really know if I want to invest in another Leviair, though, just because it might get hit. It might be the first Exceed to get hit on a ban list. That is my prediction. So yeah, rank 3s are just tour guide targets. Rank 4s, Upstart Golden Ninja. So we've got the Photon Butterfly guy, Blade Armor Ninja, Maystroke, and Utopia. Butterfly, just for getting rid of Spirit Reapers that you don't want to use Super Transformation on. Blade Armor Ninja I should have 2 of, but I don't right now. He's for the OTK. Maystroke can win games. Utopia if I need to stall for ninjutsu art cards or something. Or for Blackluster Soldier, anything like that. So then I also run Photon Strike Bouncer in the off chance that I have like a safe zone set and Light Pulsar and Chaos Sorcerer on the field, or I reborn their Light Pulsar or something. So that's what he's there for. And Gaia Dragoon the Thunder Charger, because I actually had an opportunity to make him when I wasn't maining him. When I I summoned 2 White Dragon Ninjas, and I just needed to do Piercing to win the game, but I didn't have him, so now I run him. After that, we do run a few Synchros, Scrap Dragon, Brionic, and Catastor. Pretty much the staple ones. Black Rose should be in here, but I sold mine, so it's not. You know, that's it for the deck profile. I just want to remind you guys to rate, comment, and subscribe, and to do that, you would go down there, down that way. Yeah, really looking for more subscribers. Definitely want to put out more content. I have more coming. Just rate, comment, subscribe. Anyway, peace, YouTube.